O'Brien.
Good afternoon, everybody. Tommy O'Brien coming to you live from TFNN. January 2nd, we kick off the afternoon with markets in two-way action. S&P's right now, 6,900 on the dot. We're up by 8 points. You're up by 0.1% right now. We had a little bit of selling out of the gate. You catch a bid in the market over the last couple hours or so, 30 points to the upside on the S&Ps, and you get the Dow leading the way right now, up 0.6%. Russell really leading the way up a full percentage point. NASDAQ, after accelerating out of the gate to be the leader, up to 25,800. We've sold off a bit, and you got the S&Ps up by 8 points right now. We take a look at the volume in the indices. It's still holiday trading, okay, but as you can see, a little bit more normal than anything else. Christmas is special. New Year's, it's nice. It's no Christmas. And now, even talking to other people, this Friday does not feel like the Friday after Christmas. Almost feels like a Monday. Feels like we just had a weekend, as in we're kind of right back, right? It's great, though. You got one day back, and then we got a weekend. But volume-wise, yeah, we got volume that's going to be the most volume since December 19th on the S&P. So things getting a little bit more back to normal when it comes to volume right now. And you got the S&Ps up by 10. NASDAQ 100, similar action. It's going to have the most volume back to December 19th, potentially even more than that. We got an hour left to go in trading. You're down by 0.2%. The Dow, check out that volume spike. We're up by 298 points. We'll jump around to the Dow in a moment. You got the Russell. Not quite as pronounced on the volume, but leading the way up by 1.1% right now. And we jump over to metals. You take a look at the volume on the metals. Now, metals took nothing off, right? As in, the Monday back from Christmas, there was no lapse in volume whatsoever. Everybody was trading metals. So today, actually one of the lightest volume days we've seen in metals, even as you get some price movement. You have gold, as I mentioned at the top there, of the 3 o'clock update, gold down by $85 off where we were at 8 a.m. this morning. So things look like we were catching a bid yet again. Silver right now at 71.52. In my morning program, you were solid $2.60 higher for silver. Platinum's held up well. You're still up by almost $100. You hit a low Wednesday, $19.27. We're more than $200 off there. And copper's calming down for sure. Copper within 1 penny of where we were. You were higher, though. You were up to above 574. You're at 569 on copper right now as well. We jump over to Tesla. Tesla, with their deliveries today. And what's remarkable, I said, the number, I think it comes in about 418,000. Let me see, where are we? Did I peg it right? 418? 428. 428,000? No, is that their estimate? Forgive me. Nonetheless, this was the first quarter that they had to meander without that $7,500 credit. Can't imagine trying to sell a vehicle in the month or two. Now, things will dissipate, right? A year later, it won't be as big of a deal. But in the immediate quarter, yeah. And yeah, they're no longer the top seller of electric vehicles, but that path has been on trajectory for some time. And BYD, full year, 2.26 million EVs, Tesla 1.64 million, and there was the ramp up. That was the end of $7,500 credit. I mean, think about it. That should have been that's like almost like a going out of business sale. Sell everything, right? If you can sell a car, now's the time to do it. And now it's on the air. If you were thinking about buying a Tesla, that was the time to do it. And they still couldn't get it above 500,000. But of course, Robotaxi is in focus on Tesla. Yeah, and how about that trajectory? BYD battery electric vehicle deliveries. I mean, look at Tesla. They knew this was coming, man. As in, BYD is an upward trajectory and Tesla is just flat. This time 2 years ago, analysts were predicting Tesla would deliver more than 3 million vehicles. The average estimate is now 1.8. Energy storage accelerating. Almost 15 gigawatt hours. But yeah, Tesla down by 1.9% today after opening And in the pre-market, pushing 462. You're at 441 right now, off by $8. We jump around to the big dogs. NVIDIA holding up well, but we sell off from where you accelerated to. NVIDIA up by 1.3%, up $2.48 at 188. Obviously, a big year, 2025 for NVIDIA. We jump over to Microsoft. How about that for some volatility today? Microsoft down 2.3% after opening in the green. Google shares up 0.5%, but Google just traded down almost $11 intraday from where it was. Amazon, same deal, from 235 to 226. There is some selling going on in this market, folks. Okay? And it's remarkable, it's been a heck of a run. And just make sure when you're out there trading this market, okay, if you're trading, whether you're trading direction, daily investment vehicles, okay, whether you're just short-term trading yourself, you're trading options out there, I encourage you to put stops in play because I think we're going to have a great year that's going to have some volatility. I mean, realistically, look at this market. We haven't had real volatility in a while. This has just been an upward market with the one acceleration in February, okay? Well, I think that's going to be a little bit more difficult to maintain. And realistically, this market has been a bull market since 2009, man. You went through some periods that are blips on this chart. We, of course, had COVID. We had the acceleration in 2022 when the Fed began to hike, and then you have the tariff volatility. Folks, you're talking about from 2009 to 2026. That's 17 years. And realistically, and yeah, you have more in there, okay? They don't look like a lot right now, but in 2011, you went from 1371 down to 1065. That's a 25% pullback, okay? Zooming in again. And then, of course, you had, the taper tantrum. Is that 2018, I believe, when you go from almost 3,000 down to 2,300? Yeah. Okay, that seemed, but I imagine, with yields in focus, the dollar in focus, just set your stop because we got some selling to kick off the new year. That's for sure. And where's it coming from? I'm not quite sure, but we got some selling. Yield's not moving dramatically, okay? Got a little bit of higher yield right now. You got a little bit stronger dollar. You have a VIX that's sitting at a 1458 handle. And meanwhile, we have some of the strongest equities in the world intraday coming down 3% like it's nothing. And I just think that's setting up for a little volatility. All right, folks, we're coming back. S&P's positive by 9. Take a look at some equities. Don't go away.